To move beyond the evaluating mind and free your spirit requires the willingness to be wrong and equally compassionate towards yourself and others. It necessitates the desire to be authentic and receptive to your positive and negative traits, rather than shut parts of you out. In this way, there is nothing to hide. Instead, there is self-expression and self-knowing, accountability and release. Spirit doesn't thrive in a body that adheres to rules made in the past by one's conditioned upbringing. Many of us grew up in environments that shamed our needs. Becoming aware of those needs now is essential. With awareness, you become a safe harbor for those needs to come home to, no matter where you are and with whom you share your life. Freeing your spirit also demands that you dispel the myth that life, relationships, and healing should be easy. Life, relationships, and healing should not be easy or comfortable, because they're not. If your rule for relationships is based on the belief that they should be easy, then you miss out on the potential for real sharing and interpersonal growth. Similarly, if your rule in working with a coach, counselor, healer, or teacher is set on always having to be comfortable, then you limit the scope of the healing. I don't see comfort as an accurate measurement of transformation or well-being. When it comes to personal and therapeutic relationships, we want to feel safe, which we mistake for having to be comfortable. Thus, we quickly lose faith if life isn't producing the positive feeling we want in the manner we expect. But life cannot produce instant reward. It isn't designed to make us comfortable. Life is a catalyst for spiritual growth, learning, and true love. We protect our hearts to the point of freezing our emotions and vitality. We get sick, we lose energy. Still, we want the outer world to adapt to our needs, our fears, and our expectations. It is important to realize that this limited way of interacting with life comes from the wounded inner child that expects to be taken care of by external situations. The truth is, our emotional, mental, and spiritual maturity depends on learning to differentiate between our needs, expectations, and the reality we live in. Then we cease spending so much of our energy defending the image of who we think we should be and how people perceive us. Healing and love occur in the synergy of balance between our sense of self and how others perceive us. When we defend our personified image, we too quickly deflect the observations that others offer us. We don't want to be seen as weak, uncertain, or provoked in any way. We want absolute control over our reality, except that this is a fallacy. We cannot control our reality, no matter how much we try. The key to transformational healing or real love is about becoming a welcoming presence for all that shows up in life, the positive and the negative. If you expect your beloved friend, family member, or healer to uphold only a positive image of you, then you are limiting life's broader potential. True love and support have their foundations in your soul's longing for growth and in how life is pushing and pulling you to evolve and awaken you to who you truly are. As a healer, I am here to honor the higher calling, not assume the responsibility for making people feel unquestioned and unchallenged. Truthfully, I believe that discomfort is a potent state of transformation. It's a sign that your holding patterns are dissolving. One must rest in this disorientation rather than fight for control. We all tend to rely on our old coping mechanisms, except that they don't work. They make us ill, separate, alone and lonely. Healing the in-depth feeling of isolation requires letting go of control. Self-protection is not the same as self-love. The need to be safeguarded from harm's way is not the same as faith and surrender into love's embrace. We cannot be open to healing and equally close off from love. My prayer for you is that you fall in love with all of you. This was an article by Linda Nardelli, and it was all read for you by Adriana.